because it's easy to get overwhelmed with the emotions when you're dealing with very personal events in your life. When I last delivered a speech in honor of a new arrival, it was at the Brit Milah Zerachia Meir. Since it hasn't been too long since that memorable event, I still recall the most important lesson I learned from the experience. Save your thank yous for last. If you get too emotional and teary at the beginning, you'll have difficulty making it through to the end. So before expressing my heartfelt gratitude to so many of you for all the ways in which you have enriched our lives, I would like to take this opportunity to explain the basis of our choice of our new daughter's name, Tiferet Nechama. The truth is, I fell in love with the name Tiferet almost 2 years ago while we were contemplating name choices for Zerachia, before we knew he was a boy. Something about the name Tiferet enchanted me. Tiferet means beauty, splendor, glory. And it appears countless times in the Tanakh, the Hebrew Bible, as well as in our Shabbat and our weekday prayers. What is the reason for the repetition of the term Tiferet in all these places? I believe there are 2 reasons that it's assigned such importance. Tiferet is a reference to the overarching objective of the entire Torah and really all of Judaism, sanctifying and glorifying God's name in the world. At the conclusion of the discussion of the commandment to sanctify Hashem's name, Maimonides cites the verse, which actually is the concluding verse of the baby naming prayer that I composed. You are my servant Israel, through whom I am glorified. And the verb used is et pa'ar, which is the same root as Tiferet. When we live in accordance with the proper priorities and we demonstrate that the transcendent and the timeless and the true are more significant and more real to us than the material, the momentary, the immediate, then we have fulfilled the mitzvah of sanctifying God's name. We have, in a sense, brought glory to Him through our actions. Tiferet is also a quality that we as human beings aspire to possess. Pirkei Avot praises the lifestyle that brings Tiferet to the one who adheres to it. But it would be a mistake to think that there's a competition going on, that somehow through devoting ourselves to glorifying the Creator, we diminish our own glory. On the contrary, it's the egotistical individual who's preoccupied with self-promotion and fantasies of fame and fortune that will never have real Tiferet, will never have real glory. It's when we sincerely dedicate ourselves to objectives that are greater than us. The welfare of mankind, the service of God, the pursuit of knowledge, the struggle for justice. That is when we gain true distinction, glory, Tiferet, in the eyes of Hashem and in the eyes of our fellow human beings. When we fail in our mission to rise above ourselves for the sake of eternal principles, when we succumb to the allure of instant gratification, and we lose sight of what's truly important in life, not only do we lose the opportunity to sanctify God's name, we lose the opportunity to actualize our own potential for Tiferet as well. Tiferet's middle name is Nechama. Nechama, and we have a tradition, a little bit of a tradition, we always try to weave into the names of our children at least one reference to a great person. So Netanel, his middle name is Chisda, from Rav Chisda and the Gemara, and the great Talmudic rabbi. Zahara's middle name is Yehudit, named after my mother-in-law, who was a great woman. Yedidia Yochanan, both of his names are named after great rabbis, and so is Zerachia Meir, both of his names are named after great rabbis. So here too, Nechama. Nechama is a reference to Nechama Leibowitz of blessed memory. If you don't know about her, you should learn about her. Nechama Leibowitz was one of the greatest scholars of Tanakh in the 20th century. She revolutionized the way in which texts of Torah, especially the weekly parashah, are studied and taught today throughout the world. In the modern Orthodox world, she was as close as we have gotten to an outstandingly accomplished and universally respected female rabbi, although she did not consider herself a feminist, and I'm sure if she were here, she would object to me saying that. Her method, combining